The Lakers' training camp roster is already messy, and it's about to get even crazier next week. Remember, Exhibit 10 deals don't hit the salary cap, so teams can flip guys in and out with no problem. That's exactly what the Lakers just did. They cut Arthur Kaluma, who played for them in Summer League and actually flashed some solid 3 and D upside. Instead, they brought in Jarron Cumberland on an Exhibit 10 deal. That means he can be stashed on the G League team, run with the preseason squad, and maybe even fight for a two-way spot. Translation? The Lakers are shuffling pieces like crazy, and no one's safe unless they're locked in. The Lakers are now back at the full 21-man training camp limit, swapping out Arthur Kaluma for Jarron Cumberland. Sure, Cumberland isn't as tall as Kaluma. He's about 6'5" 1/2 with a 6 feet 7 inches wingspan and 215 pounds. But he's still a solid-sized wing with some 3 and D potential. People might shrug and say, who cares? It's just an Exhibit 10 contract. But that's the same mindset folks had last year. Remember Jordan Goodwin? He came in on a training camp deal and ended up sticking. So don't be surprised if Cumberland, even at 27, makes some noise and forces the Lakers to keep an eye on him. Last year, Jordan Goodwin went from a simple training camp body to a two-way deal, then carved out a real role, even helping in the playoffs. That's why you can't just dismiss Jarron Cumberland as a throwaway signing. He's eligible for a two-way, which gives him a clear path to crack the roster if he impresses. At 6 feet 5 inches, Cumberland's a wing who can swing between shooting guard and small forward. He's strong, versatile, and if he shows enough in camp, the Lakers might actually give him a shot. Cumberland isn't the biggest wing out there. Some reports list his wingspan at 6 feet 7 inches, others at 6'5" 1/2. But he plays bigger than he looks thanks to his athleticism. In the G League with the Delaware Bluecoats, he had a breakout year. 25 games, averaging nearly 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5.3 assists. He showed flashes of being a point forward, added 1.4 steals a night on defense, and shot an efficient 47% from the field. Even more shocking, he hit a career-best 46% from 3. That's not just good. It's the kind of efficiency that forces teams to take notice. Cumberland wasn't just efficient. He was letting it fly, taking nearly 7 threes a game and still hitting 46%. That's serious production. The problem? It hasn't translated to the NBA yet. He's only played 3 NBA games, all garbage time, and his only real stint came on a two-way deal back in the 2021-22 season. The good news is he still has 3 years of two-way eligibility left. Based on what he did in the G League, he looked way above that level, putting up numbers and showing legit two-way value. Now it's on him to prove that shooting and versatility can hold up in training camp. Because if it does, the Lakers might have a sneaky two-way gem on their hands. Cumberland has to prove 2 big things in camp: that his three-point shot is real and that he can defend at an NBA level. He'll need to keep up with guards, switch onto smaller wings, and cause chaos defensively. That's the survival path for undrafted wings. If a team didn't draft you, they don't have much invested in your development. The only way to break through is defense, shooting, hustle, and doing the dirty work. Just look at Alex Caruso. He went from undrafted to fan favorite and NBA champion by locking in on defense and grinding harder than anyone else. Cumberland has to follow that exact blueprint if he wants to stick. The formula is simple. Make the hustle plays that win games and earn a coach's trust. For Jarron Cumberland, that means diving for loose balls, grinding on defense, and crashing the glass. If Jordan Goodwin, a 6 feet 3 inches guard, could become one of the Lakers' best offensive rebounders by sheer effort, why can't Cumberland at 6 feet 5 inches? Goodwin proved hard work can force a team to take notice. Now it's Cumberland's turn to show the same grit in front of JJ Redick, who definitely remembers how Goodwin impressed during camp last year. J.J. Redick rewarded Jordan Goodwin's work ethic last year, even after injuries, by pushing for him to earn a two-way spot and minutes with the main roster. That's proof these camp deals aren't meaningless. For Jarron Cumberland, or really any camp body, there's a real chance if they grind, defend, and flash the right skill set. The Lakers even have an open two-way slot sitting there. At worst, Cumberland sticks with the G League team. But if he defends hard and shows relentless effort, he could force Redick to give him that two-way deal, and maybe sneak into real NBA minutes.
Making the NBA purely on defense is rare unless you're an elite defender who can guard multiple positions, like Jared Vanderbilt. Not common in today's league. You need another skill, usually three-point shooting, to earn that 3-and-D label. That's exactly what Jarron Cumberland has to prove isn't a fluke from last season. He shot an impressive 46.1% from three in the G League on nearly 7 attempts per game. But that was the only time he's ever shot above 30% at that level. He's only played 68 G League games, with 25 last season, so it's too soon to dismiss it. But it's also not a guarantee. Looking back at his college career, he was an average three-point shooter, around 35%, nothing spectacular, but enough to suggest there's potential to build on. Cumberland was a 32% career three-point shooter in college. Not great, but not terrible either. Last season's hot shooting in the G League gives him something to build on, but he must prove it again in training camp. If he can be a reliable off-ball, catch-and-shoot wing, that would give him another way to stand out and make teams believe his shooting isn't a one-season fluke. On top of that, his finesse and playmaking stand out. He averaged 5.3 assists to just 2 turnovers per game last year in the G League, giving him a solid 2.5 assist-to-turnover ratio. For a combo guard, that's impressive, showing he can run plays and create without forcing mistakes. Cumberland isn't a true point guard, but he has both on-ball and off-ball playmaking skills, plus solid defensive instincts. That's the kind of skill set J.J. Redick liked in Jordan Goodwin, and Cumberland might even offer a bit more. It wouldn't surprise me if Redick specifically wanted him through an Exhibit 10 deal as a potential Goodwin replacement. If Cumberland can prove himself, he could follow the same path. Camp invite, two-way contract, full roster spot. That would be another huge win for the Lakers' scouting and development, and a perfect example of turning an overlooked player into a real contributor. The Lakers have proven they can find diamonds in the rough, and Cumberland might be another one. But what do you think? How do you feel about Jarron Cumberland joining the Lakers and Arthur Kaluma getting waived? Is this a smart move that could give them another Jordan Goodwin? Or just a G League signing that won't translate to the NBA? Even on a two-way deal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and have a great day or night.